where landfall was. This is where your storm surges are. This is Key Largo. This is where we were just talking to our guys who were hunkering down in Key Largo. Gotti Schwartz is there. You've got Miguel Almaguer just north of there. Steve Sosna is with me. Steve, we're seeing lower winds now in Miami, lower gusts than we had.
Right. So the winds come in bands. So we had one band pushed to the north. We're in a lull, and that's going to happen here for the next several hours. The next band is coming through. We saw Gotti's live shot in Key Largo. That's that next band.
Yeah.
So that's going to be working up in Sam's direction probably within the next hour. These bands are moving very fast. Meanwhile, down in the lower part of the Keys, they've reissued the extreme wind warning, calling it a life-threatening situation. Hunker down here because we have winds that will be gusting 110, 115. Act like a tornado is going to be going over your house. Have a mattress, have a helmet, do whatever you need to do.
They've actually said mattresses, helmets,
yes,
pillows, things like that.
And they've also said a life-threatening situation. They're not kidding around down there in Key
All right,
West.
and we've got tornado warnings still in effect until noon Eastern for much of South Florida.
Tornado watch till noon, and then we've had these periodic tornado warnings popping up, and that's what we're looking out for. They're brief spin-ups, not powerful tornadoes, but enough to cause 80, 90-mile-per-hour winds that can knock out your windows.
Let's walk back here because I see Sam Champion. Sam, you're in what Steve says is a bit of a wind lull. You gusts up to about 47 miles per hour where you are. What's happening?
Yeah, I definitely can feel it. Hey, Steve. Hey, Ali. So, standing here, one of the things that we've noticed is I could have said to you, and you verified it with the maps there, that we were in a lull for the moment. Now, the other thing I want to tell you when you see this shot is, that I'm going to explain how we set this up. If I push this way to you, I'm pushing north. If I push this way on the camera, I'm pushing east. So the winds have been coming straight off the beach. But they're coming now in more of a northern direction, coming from the north a little bit more. So we are completely blocked. And when you see the trees behind me, whipping, 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 they're getting the full force of the wind where we have a little bit of protection here from the wind, or where we're standing. So gauging what's going on out there is looking at those trees right there behind me, because you can see how they're constantly getting a little... But the way we know it's a lull is they're not laying over sideways. So what you guys just showed is absolutely verified to what's happening right here. And one of the things we've been following is that band that you just showed at Key Largo. Because inside that band, there have been 80, 90-mile-per-hour winds and that driving sideways rain. And that band is lifting to the north. And when that band gets to Homestead and then starts to lift a little bit toward Miami, that's when we'll see those conditions. And that will go on all day today, because as the storm continues to move north, there are more and more bands that are getting fed and getting stronger that are whipping around that storm. So that's why we're saying that all day long today, all day long, every time we talk to you for hours and hours, this is exactly what we're going to be getting. A lull for the moment, then a whip. A lull and then a whip. And with that whip, as the storm gets closer, each time those winds pick up, they get higher and higher. So we've got several hours, almost a full day, really, of this, guys.
All right, Sam, we're going to watch that. One of the things, as we saw Mariana walking north on Collins Avenue in Miami Beach, were projectiles. I just spoke to the mayor of Fort Lauderdale. Their worry right now is projectiles. They've had a couple of tornadoes sighted up there in the last 12 hours or so. That's what a lot of the worry is in this kind of weather. Those palm trees, I mean, it's remarkable how resilient they are, but the fact is stuff can fly around.
Yeah, and Ali, that's a great point, and I'm so glad you made it, because every now and then when you get on TV, you forget to say things that are important, and you saying that just reminded me. There's been a construction boom in South Florida. I mean,